want to thank SACNAS. I really want to thank you. I'm really humbled and I'm honored to serve as incoming president. I first attended SACNAS 12 years ago, 2004. That was in Austin, Texas, and I was just blown away. I think like many of you first-time attendees, it's just something different, right? It's just something like, it's a conference you've never seen before. There's just elements to it that motivate you and that excite you and keep you coming back. It's a family, right? And so because of that, I've come to every single conference since that time, 12 conferences in a row. And I've served on the board of, thanks. I've served on the board of directors for 7 of those years. So, I think maybe I'm just at the point of being able to feel comfortable in stepping into this role. And really, Gabe and Antonia, I want to thank you. This year spent as an incoming president has been super valuable. So thank you for your mentorship and your guidance. So, as you can tell, I'm truly excited where we're going as a society. With the support of our funders, the board, the staff, the volunteers, you, we continue to build a solid foundation for SACNAS. We want SACNAS to flourish. So I want you to keep your eyes open for the new strategic plan that we're going to unveil in the next few months. This is a document that's going to serve as a roadmap that will help us focus on the critical needs for SACNAS. Although SACNAS has been around for 4 decades, in many ways we're still a young organization. And I say that because our vision really has to span over generations. And I've seen this. Our elders have seen this. The progression of students through their education and then excelling in their careers. They themselves have taken the torch, and now they are paying it forward. We see this. I see this a lot. And we justly give our founders and elders credit for paving the road for us. But I also want you, the students, to realize that you are trailblazers. And after all, you will be elders too. And it's something that I'm realizing a little bit too soon. Gabe, you say you have some white hair. But I've seen, many of my colleagues, over the 12 years, you've gotten some white hair too. But realize that we're only at the beginning of where we need to be in order to achieve this tipping point of inclusion. Okay, a little bit about myself. I grew up in a small agricultural town called Hollister here in California. Do we have some Hollisterites? It has nothing to do with that T-shirt you see with the Hollister brand. In fact, that company sued the city, I think, for using them. I was the first in my family to attend college, let alone get a PhD. Thank you, that means a lot coming from you. I'm sure many of you in this room can relate to that. And that's what makes us special. I lost my mother to cancer when she was still young. And because of the commitment to science that I've made, I feel very fortunate to be in a position where I can help make a difference in treating this terrible disease. In my research lab at Genentech, where I spent 15 years, I was able to make an important discovery in the field of cancer immunotherapy that has helped enable a therapeutic program that I hope one day will help people fighting this disease. Just trying to give back a little bit. What better and cooler way is there to make a living? As you progress in your careers, you're going to achieve amazing things, and it's going to be meaningful for you. In a way, this is what we do, right? We want to help. We want to improve the human condition. And it's clear that STEM will play the major role in shaping our future. You see it every day with technology. And for that reason, SACNISTAs, you must play a significant part in the future of STEM in America. Our community cannot be left out of defining this future. Representation of our values, our well-being, and our way of life have to be taken into account. And if you think about it, this is at the crux of what's been going on at Standing Rock. We need to take a stand. We need to make it known that true diversity matters. Okay, so back to me again. I'm currently working at 23andMe, so I left Genentech after 15 years, and I've been there for 5 months. And it's a company that is pioneering a direct-to-consumer human genetics, genetic testing, and they've done that over the last 10 years or so. And unfortunately, I'm disappointed to learn that ethnic diversity is really small in that data set. And it's actually very small in any data set, a similar data set that you look at. This is a big concern to our community because this type of information is increasingly being used to inform the future of therapeutic development and diagnosis of disease, and we are being left out. And one of those cool coincidences at SACNAS, I'm sure you have many of them, I met Native Hawaiian Dr. Kilou Fox, who spoke last night. I hope you saw his talk at the 2012 SACNAS conference. And he cornered me in a room, and he was telling me how excited he was about DNA sequencing technology and diversity in human genome sequencing. And I thought, wow, you know, this person's going to do something big. And I know many of you mentors out there have seen that before. You know, you recognize it. And I'm proud to say that since that time, he's gone on to be a postdoc, and he's produced a TED Talk with over 600,000 views expounding the challenges and the need to increase diversity in human genetic research. So Dr. Fox, thank you. Where are you? In addition to that, he's teamed up with fellow SACNISTAs, Dr. Katrina Klaw. Many of you know her. They have started a nonprofit to help address these issues. Now that is impact. Our community is having that impact. So I bring this up because I just want to tell you that it's you, the students, you must do the same thing. Take your views, take your upbringing, your way of thinking, your history, your culture. Take it with you as you invent the future. We need to raise our collective voices and be noticed. And we need to help each other get there. With each step of your educational achievement, with each step of your career progression, you are changing and improving the world for the better. Now back to me again. Back in my small agricultural community town where I grew up, I remember my dad. He used to come home. I was a small lad. He would be full of dirt, filthy. He used to work in the fields. And he would tell me, "Iho, you know, you need to go to school. Pay attention to your studies. Do your homework. You don't have to labor like I do all day for so little pay." And this had a big impact on me. Thank you. And I know, again, many of you can relate to this. I know many of you out there are motivated by similar circumstances. I also remember a little red flag he used to have with the emblem of a black Aztec eagle. This represents the United Farm Workers back in the 70s. This was a movement that was led by the late Cesar Chavez. And I think we can learn from Cesar's example. Yeah. He taught us that change is gradual, that we need to stay the course, that we need to be persistent, and we need to keep up the fight. And one day, step by step, we will get there. Sí se puede. So I want you to remember these following words, and then I want you to help me say them. We are SACNISTAs. We are SACNAS. We are true diversity. Ready? We are. We are. We are. Thank you.